Italian.
Certainly not.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Old Gray Bricks Messy Monday.
That intro sounded like it was like on molasses. Was it just me?
It sounded okay for me. Yeah.
All right. Maybe I'm already having issues. And all
So,
that implies.
Your battery-powered bricks, hello in the chat. We are minus our associate Matthew, who is celebrating his spouse's birthday. And Chris is stuck in a meeting.
Or so he says.
That's what he said. So he's told us he's stuck in a meeting. We don't know. He could be taking a nap in his comfy chair for all we know. But you know. But we're hey, it's Maticus. What's going on, Maticus?
Maticus.
Hey, you probably have an invite if you check your email. You want to join us and hang out.
Come hang with us. Be merry with us.
Come fly. I don't know what's right if you said Maticus.
I think maybe there's I don't know. There's like the invite list is so long now that I just assume Maticus was on it.
It's a fair assessment. You never know.
If you're not on it, send me a text and I'll send you the link and you can join us anyway. So, Battery Powered says, already took my food coma nap after work. I did the same. I ate my dinner and I had a nap with my dog.
Dog naps is good.
You have some sort. You can sort while we talk. Like that's
what I'm doing.
That Messy Monday is like we're all hanging out. Like Dana's sorting, Moto's sorting. Jeff's is probably doing something in studio. I don't know.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Well,
am I? No, I'm not. Okay. I do have Adobe open though for some reason. I'll close that.
But yeah, Messy Monday is like casual hangout. Throw your bricks around. Anything goes. I got a text from Dom. He said he's gonna maybe show up in a little bit, which will be fine. Uh-oh. I accidentally deleted an email. I did not want to delete. I have to tell you guys that while I was on vacation last week, I placed a Bricklink order for Duplo parts on behalf of my nephew. So yeah, when I went to my brother's house, he had some of my nephew's Duplo parts, and he had it was like a Duplo construction set, and it has a little crane that has these little jointed arms on it.
Yeah.
But he said that my nephew was very frustrated because the arm was not long enough to put things in the dump truck.
Huh.
I said, let me look on Bricklink, and I bet you I can get another couple of those arm segment
to make it longer.
To make a longer arm for his crane. And so that's what I did. I got on Bricklink, and I found a shop that had, I think, 4 of those. And so he sent me a photo the other day that let me find it. So yes, here he is with his crane. I'll blow it up so everybody can see it. There he is with his Duplo crane, putting his arm segments together so he can have Duplo building adventures.
And once again, Mark has taken a Lego set and made it better.
Well, you know, Lego gives you the power to do that.
That they do. That
always add your own bricks and upgrade your sets. Do what you want.
Make it your thing.
And
do what you want to do.
It's your thing. Do what you want to do.
Thank you. You guys are Don't quit your day.
We're trying.
Bobo Laveau is joining us from Twitch. Hello.
Bobo.
Twitch.
And, yeah.
The Twitch.
So, in my Lego world, I'm just going to go ahead and move over here because I'm excited about it. But on the other side of my Lego cave, I have now installed the Daily Bugle.
Yeah.
I've got it in place next to the sanctum on my shelves here. So here's Medicus. Hello.
Hey, what is up, guys?
So yeah, I was just talking about I've got the Daily Bugle built here, got it in there. And I've got these IKEA Kallax shelves that are this height. And I think what I'm going to do is go to IKEA and buy one of their countertops that will go across all three of them.
Excellent idea.
It'll fill in those gaps so that I can just, move. I can shove Paul's Dragons over and have room for the Avengers Tower that's coming out later this year, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy that for me as a Christmas gift. So I think me would really enjoy that as a gift. So
I think you would too.
I think you deserves it.
I do.
Yes.
I agree. I think we're in a quorum on that.
Yes, absolutely.
Consensus even.
A consensus, indeed.
I think all the me's deserve that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Well, listen, I already have one, an Avengers Tower.
That's true. That's true.
That just,
And that's why I never bought the Lego Voltron set, is because I already built my own and it's 3 feet tall. So
yeah, it's like I know that the one they released won't be taller than mine. Probably gonna be better, but at least it won't be taller.
Don't sell yourself short.
I don't know. Yours was built with love. And,
Theirs was built for profit.
It may have figures that yours does not. And that's going to happen.
However, mine does have figures that theirs will not have. So,
well, then there you go.
It works.
Yeah. Give and take.
What extra figures do you think it would come with? Like some of the comic book Avenger ones, you think? Or
yeah, probably.
I totally think they would throw in. I mean, they did that with
the Bugle.
The Bugle. Didn't they
Yeah.
even throw in some stuff in Sanctum that was?
Well, I mean, there are some things, but the Sanctum is very much movie themed.
Yeah.
But the Bugle is very much comic book themed because it has characters in there that are definitely comic book characters.
Yeah, because I mean, you got Daredevil.
Yeah, they threw in Daredevil and Punisher and Black
Firestar. I mean, that was key.
Firestar, which I was when I did a live build on TikTok with the Bugle, and I was telling Brooklyn City. If you guys check out TikTok, take a look at Brooklyn City. But we built the set together, like we did a co-live, because he had a copy of the set. Speaking of the TikToks, it's that guy.
Whoa. Hey, it's that TikTok kid.
Whoa,
Can you guys hear me?
But yeah, we were. I was explaining that Firestar in the Daily Bugle was originally from that Spider-Man. So
You want to wait?
you're doing it. You're doing it. There it is.
Atticus, help me.
Atticus, you're letting it. You're letting the wave down.
All right,
There you go.
I did it backwards.
it's
Okay.
backwards. That's why. Okay,
Waiting on Dana on the wave. Okay,
You
there
gotta
we
get
go.
started.
All right.
There it is.
Yes.
No, I did it backwards again.
That's
suck.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that.
It's something.
Everyone.
It's something.
Oh,
That was
It's a-
entertaining.
Wait a minute.
Thank you for popping it, locking it, flipping it, and reversing it.
Bop it.
Lock it.
Adam, you should join us. You have an invite, sir.
Holy
Should.
Adam always has an invite. He knows that.
Sometimes I think Adam just likes to throw us on while he's in his build room because, I mean, Lord knows he's
That's what I
working
do.
all the time.
he's
That's
probably
what I
working on something super
when I
secret.
went to Old Gray Brick. You guys are lovely background noises.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
The thing is, if you appear on the show often enough, then eventually you might end up having Chris give you one of the name badge, like Old Gray Brick badges. Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know.
one of those.
I think I've got mine right here.
Personal goal, Dom. Right?
That's a good. That's a good
New
incentive.
goal.
I know what I'm
What
doing
do you
every Monday
think?
night
Yeah.
for the rest of forever.
Wait, I
That's
think I
the
have one of
official.
those.
The official. Did he give you one of those? Because a lot of people he was given the little. Okay, so you got one. Nice.
Yeah, you got an old.
Uh,
You're good to go. You're
Right.
all
Goal complete.
Yo, me
Look at
for
that. That's a
Chicago.
record.
But wait. Do you
Because
also
Chris
have-
was giving out the little old gray brick with the eyeballs on
I
it.
have
The
two by
eyeball brick.
I get one of those. I'm not
It
sure.
says old. Let me take it out of the bag.
It's
I
got
think I
one
got
there.
one of that voice.
Yeah, he had one of the. He was giving out these. Actually, I think I got it upside down. Yep. Looks like that, but then it's got the old gray bricks.
Oh, that's
I haven't seen that
awesome!
one.
Wow.
On the side.
Character brick, yeah.
Owen Wilson just.
I
joined
got
the show?
him in my spaceship.
Oh, that's an appropriate place to have him.
He's,
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Go back to the spaceship.
I'm not sure. Man.
Man. He's stuck in the spaceship. He doesn't want to leave. Yeah.
There he is.
There he is.
Yeah,
Grumpy
man.
old gray brick.
Well, not
Next
wanting
to
to leave the spaceship is appropriate as well.
Yeah, I
I
should
should,
do.
Go ahead.
I know you guys aren't the biggest fan of Bionicles, but I picked up something really cool, and I think Manicus already knows this.
Yeah, you
Yesterday morning, I was on Facebook Marketplace, and I found a listing for $75 of a this tote. I have it right here. Of a tote this big, about 10 gallons, pretty decent size, filled of early Bionicle. We're talking 2001 to 2002, those first 2 years, the golden years, in my opinion. And in this collection is every set from 2001 to 2002, with instructions, at least 95% complete. And whatever pieces are missing, I know I already have. And the highlight, if you guys know what this crab is, it's pretty rare. This is like the big Bionicle set from 2001. It was the biggest one. It retailed for like a lot of monies. And guess what it do? Oh, there it goes.
There we go.
There it goes. And they both work. And I'm just amazed that this tote that's like gotta be like 22 years old, this guy still works, because for people that do know this, that this thing is notorious for just not working, and eventually it just poops out and dies. So I tested it just an hour ago, and they both work fine. And it's like a $250 set with instructions, and I got the instructions. It's in great condition, and I'm very happy wearing my Bionicle shirt, and it's awesome. That's what I have.
Congratulations.
That's our show today.
Congratulations.
That
We're
is
happy.
pretty awesome.
Thank you. I'm shook.
It's always great when you find that one special haul of that special thing, you know?
Yeah, it is. It is. And then today I redid my Spirius display. I finished that line of sets by making it look pretty, and it looks super cool. So I think that's, and I opened up some Disney minifigures. I managed to find the Disney minifigs a little early, so I made some videos on those guys. I'm posting them later this week. So yeah. Oh, I already got them all. Nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Ah,
I think my favorite one is Pinocchio or Stitch.
but you guys found them early at Target, right?
Target, which is in my area, they're notorious for putting the new series out early, like by like 2-3 weeks. And then because all their CMS share the same SKU number, someone gets yelled at and they pull all of them. So there's probably now no more CMS.
You got them while you can.
Come back out for until like
Dark Aubrey in Utah. She told me that she was actually in Target feeling the bags at like an end cap. An employee came and then pulled all of them back off the shelf. And so all that she had in her basket was what she had to buy.
Well, at least she was allowed to buy them.
Yeah,
They didn't take them out of her basket.
Yeah, I mean, they could have been, horrible.
tag
like
her
that.
on the ground and just rob her basket. Like,
But I mean, when I walked into my Target, they were in the register lanes,
same, yeah, same.
and there had to be. I mean, normally you'll go through and there'll be like a sleeve or like just a peg of CMF. It was 4 and 5 pegs in like 5 or 6 registers. So there had to be 5-6 cases of figures there easily.
That's crazy.
It was. I was like, I mean, I was walking in there to go literally get toilet paper, and I was like, oh wow, I'm gonna have to spend some time with these.
Isn't it always when you go into Target for toilet paper, you end up leaving with Lego?
Oh, totally. Well, I don't know why I even thought that I wasn't going to walk out of there with Lego. I mean, but I just didn't think it was going to be that. So,
Well, you know, if you're faced with an either or proposition, I guess you'll have to make do.
I went with both. I was able to carry all of it at once.
You could have used the bags for toilet paper.
You could.
Technically, I mean, you could.
Technically, you could.
Oh,
In
yikes.
a push shove scenario, you could do away with it. Yeah.
Well, you do get the little sheet there too. So
Yeah, the sheet.
If it's a push shove scenario, you should eat more flavor.
I didn't even plan that, but that one was nice.
It's gonna happen on this show anyway.
It works.
Yeah.
It works.
crappy jokes all the time.
So I know we're just doing messy, and I literally just finished this, so I kind of want to share it. So you guys may be familiar with one of these little guys, if it makes sense.
Baby.
Not just the baby,
I
but
remember that one.
what he's flying on, because he's going to go to his
Oh, yeah.
base.
Oh, it's so sick.
Very nice.
So
Very cool.
Very nice.
all ready to rock and roll on the command base. So I did have to make some exceptions because doing the canopy here just isn't going to work. I mean, with the way canopies are, so I just cheated it out, threw in a row of trans blue. You get the idea that there would be a canopy there. It's baby space. It's all open cockpit, as Mark Sandlin told me. Go with it. So
How wide is that space?
it's 4 wide, and I mean, I could put.
But isn't it 6? Like, couldn't you put the 33-degree 5x6 one on top upside down? The inverted canopy?
I know what you're talking about, but it would just it's too big.
Yeah,
It swamps the scale, so it was just better to just go ahead and do that. And it also sets it up because when I start doing like the FX Explorer and stuff like that, they're all going to be open canopy with just a row of cheese wedges in the front to symbolize the canopy, because they just don't make those. They just don't make pieces that are small enough to use for that. So I'm just going to have to tease it out. But I was excited for that. Oh,
Okay.
and then while we're at it, even though Chris isn't here, I did take all my baby space with me to a Peach Lug meeting, and I didn't realize it. But Chris he'd asked me weeks ago. He's like, "So you're gonna bring those with you to the meeting, right?" And I'm like, "I can." He's like, "Yeah, it'd be really cool. We're doing micro scale. Bring all those." I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'll bring them." And so I brought everything I had at the time, which I think was like 30, 35 sets that I've put together and built. So I brought those, put them on a little table, put out the tan tablecloth to make it look like the sand. And I left it there, went through the meeting, talking to other people, talking to this and that and the other. And as I'm getting ready to leave and I'm putting stuff together, and I take a quick video and a quick picture, and then all of a sudden, this is what I find on the table.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
So the floppy rover has now been babyized, and
Goodness.
as soon as I found it, I just picked it up and I go, "I'm taking this." And he goes, "It's yours." I said, "Good."
There it is.
I mean, look at that. That was just
It's the
it's
baby
just-
spaced floppy rover.
it's a baby space floppy rover. So that was the second highlight of my weekend. The other one being
Oh, there's more.
there's more.
Oh, wait.
Notoriously, Bricks and Minifigs stores nationwide are hit or miss on what they have as far as secondhand sets go, whether they're overpriced, underpriced, priced just right, or if there's even a set that I really want when I walk in. This little bad boy was sitting on the shelf,
Oh,
Whoa.
there you go. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
and he also had it listed that it had the box that they had to go find for me, and it was actually at or just a little below Bricklink price in the States. Even if I went to Canada, it would have been about the same price. I would have gone overseas, I probably might have gotten it cheaper, but the shipping would have been ridiculous. So this was the other big score for my weekend. And I didn't realize this, and this is kind of cool because it says it's a SP undercover cruiser. I'm like, what do you mean undercover cruiser? And I'm going through the instructions and I find out that there's a little clip that you undo and it flips underneath. The panels flop down. You flip it over and it locks into place. And it's undercover.
Oh, cool.
So it doesn't look like it's supposed to be a police ship anymore.
Very cool.
Until you need to bring in the bad guy and you flip it over, unlock it, pop it back into place, and you're good to go.
Dana, quick question.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel that I had that as a kid?
I don't know how that makes me feel.
Okay. Just wondering, because I remember having it as a kid and just playing with it. I was like, so to see that aesthetic, I was like, nice. But I just
What is
remember
that, Space Police 3?
Space
Yep.
Police 3, yeah. Now I got to ask quick there, Dom. Did you enjoy this set?
I did.
You did.
It's fun.
And that's all that really matters. Is that
That's all that matters.
However, I would probably say that most of the sets that I have in my collection are twice as old as you are. So
Yeah,
it's okay that you had that set.
How
Because
does
I
it
think
make you feel? Oh, sorry, Dana.
Oh no, I was gonna say I was probably getting married around the time that set came out. So yeah.
I was gonna say that set came out during my dark age, so that puts me right about the middle.
Space Police was so.
Yeah, I
Space
think
Police 3 had so much potential.
yeah. I was well into my dark age.
This classic space torso that I have that's all faded out is probably from 1980. So yeah, and I mean this is mine that I've had since a kid. This is not,
That's cool.
Very cool.
It's mine.
Yeah.
Sadly, most of my childhood sets have been destroyed.
Did they get
They're hard.
destroyed, or did they just the pieces wind up in your inventory somewhere at
They're
some time?
they're in the inventory of parts. I have rebuilt some of my Star Wars ones from growing up, but not like Space Police because I know the figures are long gone. Whatever happened to them, I think I either traded them or ate them. I don't know.
Ate them is a good possibility.
It's
Sometimes it
Ethan from Lego Masters is asking Tom and Moto from Lego Masters. You know what? You probably have an invite, Ethan, so you could always come and say hello.
He was memeing on me earlier today. He's a punk.
I'm pretty sure he has.
Don't let him in.
I sent the mass invite that goes out to everyone who's on the email list.
That's
You
good.
know
How
it.
many
You know
people
it. We have zero plan, and half the Old Gray Bricks crew is not here when the mass email goes out. Everyone's invited.
I took a handful of invitations outside and threw them into the wind.
Yeah, all we need is a season 1 and a contestant now.
Collect them all.
Collect them
Collect them all. We're like Pokemon.
Wait, are we Pokemon?
Well, in some ways, the fact that Chris lives so close to where the filming happens,
That's where
he
it
would
is.
be a Lego Master collector
Yeah.
in some way.
Yeah,
shape,
he
or
would be. He's had multiple of us in his home.
Yes, from all seasons.
Not
So,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, not during the season. Not season 2. We had a
Not during.
quarantine production.
Well,
There's
no,
no
that's
way
true,
anybody was going
but-
to be at his house
some season 2 contestants came to his house after season 2.
after the fact. Yes,
Yes.
we will say.
Yes.
After the fact.
It's not required for you to go to his house during that season specifically, but just to show up at his house at some point in time is a Chris thing. So
I've never been.
You know,
You
some
submit.
of certain contestants have been to my house as well. So
It was me. And Boone.
and Boone, yeah.
And Boone. That was awesome. Just going through your box and your collection. You're like a casual chief, just chilling in like a trans neon clear skeleton. That was awesome.
Oh yeah. Well, nice.
Next time I'm in Atlanta, I gotta come to your place, Dana, Chris, anyone else, and I want to do more Lego Cribs videos. Me and my editor, we're putting together one for Joey because we went to Legoland, New York, and we hung out at Joey's place, and it was awesome. His collection's sick, and Maticus will actually be making an appearance in that video, giving his thoughts and opinions on his collection.
Can't wait.
seeing as
can't
how
wait.
that was a TikTok guy hangout weekend, which was kind of
A
Pretty
TikTok
much.
guy plus my girlfriend.
yeah. Well, that's true.
And plus my mate.
Crash the guy's weekend.
So let me know if you're ever in the Denver area.
Yeah,
If you
of
really
course.
want to
Yeah.
do a cribs thing, that'd be
I want to do
hilarious.
cribs. I want that to be one of my series.
Chris isn't here, but I have his figure here, so he's here in
He's here in
spirit.
spirit. Let's be real.
Chicken,
Speaking
fried
of,
chicken, and well,
Speaking of
Isn't there a
visiting,
waffle? He should have a waffle tile.
you know what? You know what? I'm surprised that there isn't, and I would be surprised if Eclipse Graphics doesn't have one. Is white mugs with a Waffle House esque logo
Oh yeah.
on it. I
Now
think
that
there's
Jeff-
got to be one out there already.
It
I would,
now
probably
that Jeff
is.
just said that, I gotta see if I have a waffle. I don't know if I have a waffle, but I might.
Would it be an Awful House tile then? Because they never use the actual name.
and that's what I'm wondering what they would have mimicked
Yeah.
it for. I
I
mean,
have
they
a
could just
waffle-
do Huddle House.
I have a 1960s waffle plate if that's what you need.
I think I've got some waffle plates in my inventory somewhere. I
I
think.
know I have them.
So Campbell's over here in the chat. You probably have an invite too. Why don't you just come in here and tell us about it? I don't know if I have a waffle actually. I've got various tiles because I bought a few friend sets, so I've had.
The waffle one's a curved one, right? It's like a quarter curve, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Quarter round. I guess. Yeah.
In the
Oh,
Lego
from the
movie.
Lego movie.
Yeah, the
Ah!
double decker couch.
This is the dots.
Yeah, I think there's a quarter round one though too, wasn't there?
There is,
Yes.
I'm pretty sure. it also is.
Yeah, yeah.
So Campbell,
Lego foods, am I
so
right?
I will continue the conversation that Campbell is actually having with me on this side. That I'm not surprised she came through for you because I got a call or a message today if there was anything I needed to have her order, including anything from May the 1st. So, and she knew that I already had the figures, so that we didn't need anything. So that's cool that she's getting you your case.
What color tile is that waffle? Is it tan?
And I think
Probably
The one from Lego movie is medium nougat.
Medium.
medium nougat.
I don't know.
Medium nougat, one of my favorite colors.
Campbell got his new chair today too, Jeff.
Oh, it's Imperial chair.
Bigger
His
labs or
Imperial chair.
But speaking of visiting, I don't know if Jillian told you Atlanta folks that I am coming back next month for a bit.
Please give
She
us a
did.
heads up.
May 22nd, I come in. So I'll be there for a couple days.
All right, cool.
I just
That's cool.
saw that the flights were very cheap and I have the time, and I was not able to do Atlanta Brick Co. last time. And, would like to be able to see some of you Atlanta AFOLs outside of the context of a convention. So
Marcus, go to the aquarium.
go
You
what?
gotta go to the
Aquarium?
aquarium.
Okay.
The aquarium is so cool.
I get there Monday afternoon and then I leave like Wednesday afternoon. So
Okay,
I
so
have
it's earlier in the week.
basically 2 full days.
Aquarium.
Mark, the tile is actually a 1x1 round, not a quarter round. And it's
Okay,
10.
I don't think I have it.
Okay, came in 15 cents.
It is not a weekend, unfortunately. No, I this was easier to do it during the week for both mine and Jillian's schedules, and also just like the price of flights was like unbeatable.
Okay, so Jillian did send a message to a few of us on Facebook that you would be in town, and I would love to hang out.
I would too.
So make sure that I'll bug her a little more about it. But yeah, I'd love to.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, Jillian is my transportation and lodging for the time. So I'm going to tell her, listen, these the list of people I need to see and things I need to do, and you better make it happen. So that's going to be the goal.
Yeah, I'd love to. I can meet you guys down at ABC or something if you go down that way. Or
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, with it being early in the week, it's actually better for me because normally, like, they'll want to do something on a Friday, and Atlanta traffic on a Friday from my house to Atlanta Brick Company, it's like an hour and a half to 2 hour trip, and it's like so like on a Tuesday, I can get there in an hour and 10, or less. So that's much easier.
Jillian said that it's closer to the airport than it is to her house. So we may either go straight there from the airport on Monday or do that before going to the airport on Wednesday. So
Either way, if it's a Monday or a Wednesday, either way, for sure.
I'll,
Let me know.
obviously, we'll figure it out more once it happens. But yeah, so
Yeah.
that's
I live on the side of town with Atlanta Brick Co. I'm
Okay.
my house. I'm not like next to it, but I'm on that side.
Gotcha.
Okay, so there is a donut tile though that I got with the Daily Bugle that I could put that in Chris's hand and it would be very appropriate as well. So,
I think that's a suitable substitute.
I love that piece.
yeah, I don't have the waffle.
Hmm.
The donut will do. I've got cookies, I've got sushi, and I've got the donut.
Speaking of donuts, have you guys ever had a Krispy Kreme?
Of course, they're
Yes.
all over the place. Yeah.
How would
they're
you
all
not?
over the place.
How would you not have had Krispy Kreme at this point? In time?
Was it crispy?
Oh, yeah, depending on the ones you get, but yeah.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
If you get
Right.
the glazed ones,
Depends how old it is.
When I was growing up, we lived next door to a cop and his wife, and my mom and his wife became best friends. But he would go buy the Krispy Kreme, and they would let him go behind the counter with a box and catch the donuts as they came up the conveyor belt when they were hot, like directly into the box. And he would come straight home with them, and it was like getting hot donuts delivered. So yeah,
Wonderful.
That is legendary.
yeah, hot Krispy Kremes are definitely a whole level above
Can imagine.
ones.
See, now
What-
I typically only eat the late night leftover Krispy Kremes, and the reason is we don't have any immediately near me in my part of Jersey. So, but there is one in Penn Station in New York. So every time my girlfriend and I take the train into the city, I make her stop at Krispy Kreme, and that's usually on the way back home from whatever activities we're doing. So it's like 10, 11 at night. I'm like, I need a Krispy Kreme.
We got shots fired in the chat though.
Shipley's.
We got Campbell's firing shots about the Krispy Kreme. So
Never heard of Shipley's. Where's
Never heard of
that?
it. Doesn't matter. Irrelevant. Loser.
Krispy Kreme is where it's at.
But Manicus, I gotta say that I actually prefer the Krispy Kremes that have sat for a while.
Really?
I do. I prefer that the frosting has congealed a little bit and the
And it's
donut
more
is a little
crispy.
more firm.
Yeah.
Because when they come straight out, and I've had them both ways. I've been to right there, and they'll hand you a stick and give you a donut right off the line.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're just shy of being liquid still.
That's a little too much.
It's a little too much. I
Yeah.
prefer them to be room temperature and the frosting to solidified.
Respect that.
So
his donuts are like a steak. He needs them to rest.
exactly. Got to let it cook for a little bit longer.
If you want actual good donuts, you should come to Canada in either July for Bricks in the Six, or now September for in Laval, Quebec, Bricomanie near Montreal. There's 2 events going on this year, and they are both close to Tim Hortons because we have those everywhere.
Well, we're getting
And
one of
actually,
those.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you guys are getting one. I remember you saying that, but it's probably not going to be as good as ours.
Probably not.
No. I'm also advertising at the place that my sister works at, for the record. So
I would love to get up to Canada someday.
Yeah, I want to do brick can one of these years.
yeah, I still haven't gotten a brick can.
You brick
Is it like
can't.
super exclusive and cool?
No, it's just on the other coast. So
Yeah, it's
you know,
on the other side.
My bad.
one of these days. Oh, by the way, 1,000 light bluish gray tile, trans light blue gray tile came in today.
Oh, I love that.
999. So
So useful.
Was that
So
I'm assuming that was a Bricklink order.
no, that was actually Bricks and Pieces, and that was my mistake because I actually spent more than I should have. They're more expensive on Bricks and Pieces than they are on Bricklink. But I did get, the VIP gift bag and another bunny because I bought these last week before the new promo came out. And I spent another $300, $370 on the weekends to buy most of the other parts I need. I bought 3,000 1x2 plates and 1x2 tiles in clear and trans light blue. And I bought those from Germany and Poland because even with shipping, they were still, 2 or 3 cents cheaper a piece. So,
Wow.
which kind of sucks, but
Yeah, finding the best price for bulk brick, it's just
yeah.
an ongoing struggle.
It's a chore. It sometimes it can be considered a chore, and there are some times where you realize you've placed an order, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh man, I should have gotten this too, and then you're like, because I did that the other day on the 14th when the new GWT came out. I ordered all the last of the mosaic plates that I need for my big mosaic, and then I ordered a bunch of dots that I knew I needed, and I did it so where I would get maximize my GWP. So it was like up to $150. Close that Bricklink or close that order and move to the next order.
Yeah.
And I realized that because I needed over 1,000 more white dots, I should have split that up between the 2 orders and shifted the things around a little bit. So now I still need to place another order for another 700 dots, but
Yeah.
those might wind up just coming off of Bricklink because it's going to be 3 cents either way, and there's no reason for me to spend another $150 just to get another GWP.
I have an odd question for you. Because you're doing the pointillism, isn't that correct? A pointless painting?
Matthew's doing the pointillism. I'm doing a dithered photo.
Oh.
So the question you may have might be better for Matthew. I don't know. You can ask.
So who's doing the one with Ile de la Grangeat?
That's Matt.
That's Matt.
Okay. Are they using dots as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
That seems weird. You think they use studs because with pointillism it leaves a blurb of paint that comes off the canvas.
I think it wound up being I don't know actually. Now that I was saying this, I was thinking it would be a cost factor, but now I don't know. And I think you're right. It might have been better.
No, studs would be cheaper for sure.
Well, studs would definitely be cheaper for sure. But yeah, he went with tiles or round tiles versus studs. So
I think he did it for the flex factor probably then.
I think part of it was that he had gotten so many of
fart
the
in my
mosaic
couch.
sets for clearance that he thought that was like the motivation to just do the round tiles.
Okay.
The Deep Shen, the guy who actually created the original image, he used the tiled dots as well. So
okay.
he already knew what pieces to pull. Like he already had the counts that he needed. I think he swapped out a few colors.
Oh, that might be why, because the guy, because Matthew didn't figure it out. He actually had somebody figure it out for him.
Yeah.
And that's probably why. Where mine, I had to figure it out on my own.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Chris is in the chat making wisecracks and stuff, but I just
ignore him.
We're just talking about you. We got you here with your donut and your chicken. So,
and we did talk about the baby floppy rover earlier. So
yeah, we did.
But we really shouldn't talk about Chris's cracks.
yeah. And then Chris, you also missed
Come on,
the
man.
debut of the command center. Just FYI. But there will be pictures for that later.
We talked about the floppy rover.
We did.
Did you know there's a serving tray, a Duplo serving tray that has a printed Disney hidden Mickey waffle on it?
What?
Yeah.
I would not.
Waffles.
Because I pulled up waffles, I just saw it and I'm like, wait a minute, that's like a Mickey. And I'll put it in private chat for you guys to see.
Anybody want to buy some Moana mini dolls?
I thought you never asked.
It's what we all want, right? I got 7 of those poly bags for $1.50 each from Walmart.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, listen, it's Hallmark's a brick, like for real.
Just wait till like you're going to Chicago. Just wait till like the Chicago like yard sale and be like, Moana figs, real cheap, $1.50.
Sadly, there will probably be like 12 other people doing the exact same thing.
Yeah. That's what I'm like. Who wants these? But I don't know.
But you know what though? Never ever assume that somebody won't want them.
Exactly.
You never ever know,
We also
because
like,
I've taken some things to yard sale that I thought weren't going to sell, and they were gone. And I know Matthew does that too. So it's like, whatever. You just take it with you. Some people just buy it up just because they're looking for parts, and parts is parts. So.
I sold
If you have a
almost
lot
all
of-
of my garbage at the Virginia yard sale, and like my literal garbage Lego. Like people bought it.
That's
I
typically
got that too, because last year I went and I didn't take any of my, I've got a stack of GWP sitting up on top of a shelf here that I will have to try to remember to bring those this time around. So,
Because I know there are a lot of sellers that will literally use the conventions as a way to restock up on random stuff pretty cheap.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've had a few vendors almost every time I sell at a yard sale. There's one or two that always buys from me.
Yeah.
Or they'll shoot me an offer, and I'll be like, and then I'll be like, okay, and then it's like, all right, well, whatever.
Right, because they always sell them for higher than they're worth anyway.
Exactly. So
And
for
they sell
them
them
to
for
come new,
value.
yeah.
Vendors aren't there to sell to the exhibitors. They're there to sell to the
The public.
the public.
And listen, Moana, like a Disney character figure, like sure, parents might be like, oh, I'll just buy one of these for my child who likes this character. So
yeah, I've got the Moana boat with Maui and sitting up there too, because I bought that set for Small Paul a few years ago when he was little, and he sort of reached an age where he didn't care about it anymore. But I still have the set kicking around. So
I think my mom has that set.
Oh, there's a mom joke there.
it says a very cute little baby dolphin.
That is cute.
I'm gonna keep the baby dolphins, but it also has this like pig, but which like the pig, I don't like them as much.
The pig's cute though. I bet you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I should keep one.
So you guys saw the baby dragon though, that was a leak, which we cannot, we're not going to show a leak photo, but there was a leaked photo of a baby dragon from the
Private chat.
the Ninjago series.
Ninjago, yeah.
Mhm.
What?
So, like, did somebody say Ninjago?
Exactly. I'm
There
like,
was actually a teaser trailer released today for the new Ninjago.
what? Yo,
Yeah,
I'm gonna live it. I'm
on,
gonna do it. Damn,
It's
I'm
on
gonna live
Jay's
it.
Brick blog.
That's
Let
wild.
me know it's my turn. I finally cleaned up all my stuff.
I'm just gonna assembling a bionic army all day.
Sort all this stuff.
It can be your turn anytime, Moto. What you got?
Did I ever show you the Technic molecule?
The Technic molecule. I don't.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, nice. Nice. I've seen them before. That's really cool.
So what's really cool is if you make a true molecule.
Oh, it's one of Ethan's balls. Cool.
The Zamor sphere, yeah.
It might be Chris for all we know.
Yeah, it's blue, maybe.
Nice, Dana.
Well, the fact that you just said it was blue just made it that much funnier.
We're all aware of that clip of Ethan, right? From Stud Buds.
I don't think
I'm
so.
not.
I've never seen it, but I'm aware of it.
Okay, go to their Instagram, the Stud Buds Instagram, and there's a reel. It's one of their first reels. You don't have to pull it up now, but if you're really funny, it's one of the greatest clips of all time. It was actually that clip that I knew if I ever had to go on Lego Masters, I'd have to pick him as my teammate. That's the moment I fell in love with Ethan.
Moto, that is so you and so perfect.
That is awesome.
Yeah, for anybody who loves habitats.
That's cool.
Which I do. Which I do.
I'm actually thinking of I kind of want to make a habitat for each Disney figure.
You
of the
should.
new
You
series.
can.
If you're going to do it, you better do it now because otherwise Kaz Maka will beat you to it. So
Someone will do it.
Here's my
Yes.
habitat.
Yeah.
And then here's another fun thing.
Is that a
nice.
cat in a mech suit?
It's a cat in a mech suit.
Welcome.
It's the Meow Mech.
The Meow Mech. Meow meow. I love it.
It's awesome.
And then, so this is a 1-day build,
Very cool.
but because it's
Very, very
spring,
cool.
I don't know if you guys know what I do each spring.
Ah!
Whoa!
Ah,
You got sets. That's awesome.
that's awesome.
And that's what I've been doing is gathering all ye pieces.
Excellent. Excellent. That's very cool.
So it's
Hefty.
getting there. It's getting there. So yeah. As soon as I get all the pieces together, I've got Adobe Illustrator up with the jacket art. I'll order a bunch of photo prints, and then it's just a bunch of photo mount spray adhesive and a lot of delicate razor work and all that good stuff.
Excellent.
But yeah, there'll be this one and 10 other copies.
Awesome.
And it's great if you place it right next to that idea set, the exosuit, it fits right in.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It
I think I have
does.
that. Cool. Okay.
I like it. I like it.
Very nice.
All right, because it's been messy and because I've actually had time and I actually had the pieces here, I got one more baby space to share again.
Ooh, good.
So it's the TriStar Voyager.
Oh, very cool.
And I even made it to where because the original has a section that comes apart and then slides in and mounts in. And unfortunately, where the original would actually have pieces that flipped up to lock it into place, I just decided to use tiles so that technically the tiles can slide in without breaking it and pulling a moto while moto's here.
Yeah, do it.
And so once they slide in, now he's locked in and can go
there you go.
swooshing here, there, and everywhere. So another one done.
Legit.
Another one done.
Very cool.
I was going to make it more classic space, but when I looked at all the blue pieces that were available, all the modern Greeble pieces don't often show up in blue.
You are correct, sir.
They
I've
just
actually
don't,
run
they
into
don't mold a lot of cool stuff in blue anymore.
Yeah, there have been a couple of things that I was like, oh, I'm sure this is in blue. Oh, it's not. So I've had to make different, like for example, I was using the bars with a clip to simulate what this normally would have been, and it doesn't come in blue. So I'm like, I got to come up with something else. So,
Especially Technic. I mean, most of this thing has small Technic pieces in it integrated into it.
yeah.
And Technic, you don't see a lot of the delicate Technic linkages or anything in blue. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's not a thing. So
I mean, I was really surprised.
It's too
I don't
bad.
know where. I think it was. What is it they call where you remember something like the Hams commercial was
like a
Mandela.
Mandela effect? Like
Yes.
a Mandela effect?
I swear that there were blue antennas, little antennas, like the control, like what we use for like the controllers.
The base, but not the antenna itself.
Right, but I thought that it was the intent that the antennas also came in blue,
No.
and
No.
they're not. But for whatever reason in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, those come in blue. Nope.
Wah, wah.
Yep. I was very sad because
Oh yeah, that'll get you to Sadsville.
Yep.
Sadsville Express.
sad.
very quickly. It was a bummer. However, they come in yellow, so if they ever make Blacktron Space Babies, I can at least do some stuff with yellow.
That'd be awesome. Blacktron Space Babies.
That would be cool. I'm
They have to have like a cute little evil face though.
yeah.
Like with the eyebrows like this, kind of angry if they're gonna do Blacktron.
Yes, that would be it.
They
And
have to
Battery
be-
Power
they have-
Bricks, yes,
oh.
it was the Berenstain Bears. That's what it is. That's the weird.
That's so if they're gonna do a Blacktron baby, they should have the baby like throwing a tantrum. Like a
I think
tantrum
that would be
baby.
very appropriate.
Mm-hmm. And you know why they chose the brown spaceman with the space baby?
Because then that way they can't see when the baby poops on you.
Well, no, you're changing diapers in 0G.
Yeah, it's crap everywhere, basically. Yeah. I mean, because I know that Chris talked about that when Mike Saki was here, and he actually kind of hinted at the blue babies coming out, that was part of prototyped, and that Lego had looked at some ideas and things. I really hope that means that they will do them in other colors and do something, you know, that they hopefully didn't scrap the idea completely. And, you know, maybe they'll do a GWP with some babies in a little ship or something. That would be really cool.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Lego won't make a lot of money on Blacktron babies though, because Dana will only have to buy like 10.
Yeah.
Ish.
Well, no, because you remember in all the Space Police sets, if they did Space Police
No.
ones too, then you would want more Blacktron because there was always a Blacktron figure with the Space Police sets. So
Fair enough. Good luck building a little jail cell, or would you just use the shipping containers or the little containers with the doors?
oh, I'm sure I would rise to the challenge. I'm
So
sure.
all you have to do is take the grill out of the window. So there's a grill element, and
Yep.
you just use the clips with the clips. Sorry, one by one with the clip facing upwards to
Yep.
click it in,
And using the trans red grill piece as the bars. That's the
Yeah,
way to
you're
go.
done.
Easy
Laser
peasy.
bars. Laser bars.
Laser bars.
Laser bars.
Laser bars. But before they do Blacktron babies, I just want red and white and yellow and blue and black before then. So
I think one baby is a good start. I think that's enough to satisfy us.
for now, that's fine.
You know, there's always airbrushing.
Yeah, there is that.
Break
I'm
out the
hoping that
airbrush.
I don't ever have to go to that route. I mean, it would be cool, but I don't know. I actually, I did mention it, and I think, and Chris agreed. I should take one of the. I should throw up like the Alpha One rocket base or the other command center as an idea set, and that would, you know, if they got 10,000 people who said, yeah, we'd want to see you do this as a small set, and then it would come with red and white figures. So
They'd never pick it though. The problem is they have to select it after all that round of voting.
this is true. But
Yeah.
isn't it also sometimes the concept of even if something makes it to 10,000, it gives them, it's free market research that, oh, this is something that might work, even if we do
Thought
it.
about that.
There's always Bricklink Designer Program.
There we go. Exactly too. So-
No IPs are allowed. In
Yes,
Bricklink.
but Classic Spaces isn't an IP.
It's a Lego IP.
But they've done Castle. They did Forestman.
Yeah,
And
Oh, so if it's a Lego IP, it gets through.
Yep.
exactly.
It squeaks through.
Probably wouldn't be
Uh,
able to get the other colors though. You might not get a new color.
No,
of
because they can only
BB-8.
use existing pieces.
Yeah, you can only use
That's right.
existing pieces. It would have to go through ideas for them to be able to do it. So, well, I can dream. I can dream.
Oh, feel free to dream. I'm just dousing your dream with.
Ah,
little
you can't
vinegar and
stop
salt.
me, Moto. You can't stop me. You can't break
I'm
my
not stopping
stride.
you. I'm just
Can't
saying
be trying to put.
be realistic
down.
about the odds going in. You know,
Never
go
tell me
advise
the
my-
odds.
Never
Moto
tell
just
me the
doesn't want
odds.
you to get your heart broken. That's all.
Yeah.
He's just being a good friend.
I'm sorry, but with Dana's luck at finding things, I don't think the odds are an issue.
I got Scorpion. It's awesome. Wait a second.
I am so happy for you, but at the same time, I'm glad it's not me.
What? You're not a fan of Bonkel?
Bonkel.
I have.
Wait, are you dissing me, Dana?
Realistically, I don't have a love or hatred for Bonkel.
He's Bonkel
You just
neutral.
don't exist?
Yeah,
You're
I am
Bonkel
Bonkel
agnostic.
neutral.
Can your spaceships do this?
Why would they?
I'm actually glad my spaceships don't do that.
Yeah,
That's cool, man.
it is cool.
They
So
fight each
Dom,
other.
you'll be happy to know I did enter a build within the construction category, 2 of them, for Brickworld.
Excellent. Nice.
Yeah,
Very, very cool.
I don't know what I'm gonna bring or build for Brick World. So
mine are all done. They've been done for years or months. So
That's
I haven't
nice.
finished.
Good for you.
Black World.
That's called being a conscientious adult and planning ahead.
no, I just, I don't like. I've determined that building on a clock is not my vibe. That's just not what I want to set myself up to do anymore. So
How would you figure that out?
I don't know why. So what you do?
No, now that you mention it, yeah, I'm not sure I'm the biggest fan of that.
No, so why would you set yourself up to register a mock you haven't completed?
Well,
That
I would
just
not do
puts
that.
you-
Like, I'm not gonna
it-
register anything that I don't even have.
No, but
done.
some people do. They
Yeah.
they register a mock and then they figure they'll
And
have
then-
it done by that time.
Well, I mean, some people do.
And-
I mean, I know for a fact, I know at several times and several different people where that pressure is a spark of ingenuity, and they just come up with something great.
Well, it is. It's an incentive. But
Yeah.
for me, I would rather take my time, build something that I truly think is done spectacular, and then I register it. So if I'm building year round, I just gather everything up, and then you just submit it to the next convention, and then you just keep building, and the next year you've gathered it all up and submit it. And
I normally would prefer that because I too don't like having the time crunch to get ready for a show. I've done that with costumes for way too many things, so I know that that's not fun. However, this year I registered something for Brick World that I might not have done in time, and if that's the case, it's no big deal. I just don't bring it.
Oh, there you go.
So, but time.
Now someone's gonna be able to rewind the switch and get a 3D map of Fleabmark's entire residence.
Yeah, well, I have to address the blasphemy in the chat.
What
What's
blasphemy?
the blasphemy in the chat? I don't.
I will show you in
I don't know.
just a moment. I'm looking for the book. I'm in Small Paul's room.
Oh, the Berenstein Bears.
Uh-huh.
It's Berenstain, not Stein. It's Stain.
I'm in Small Paul's room holding my original copy.
It is. See,
Yeah.
Berenstain.
Berenstein Bears.
I remember that book as a kid. That scared me.
Yeah, it's Berenstain.
This
Yeah,
is my
I love that.
original
I love that
copy from when I was a kid. From the
Yeah, I had that growing up too. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Again,
must have
There it
attended
is.
the Scholastic reading program as children.
Yep.
Battery Powered Bricks is saying obviously Photoshop.
Yeah.
You know you're a graphic artist, so you know.
He deep faked that.
Yeah, here's Small Paul's room, by the way. There we go.
Dinosaurs.
That's my dinosaur poster.
That is cool.
That's very cool.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Love dinosaurs.
We got Thick Pika.
Pikachu.
Thick.
This is what Paul calls him. He calls him Thick Pika.
Thick
Is that
Pika.
a King Ghidorah?
It is.
Holy moly. That's awesome. Is that an SH Figuarts King Ghidorah?
It is an SH Monster Arts King Ghidorah with
That is awesome.
Incredible.
And the Godzilla. That is sick.
Small Paul is definitely a Godzilla
Oh yeah.
aficionado.
Yeah, he's all up in the Godzillas. He's all about it. That was one of his big Christmas things was the Ghidorah.
How old is Small Paul again? What, 9?
He's 11.
11?
Mark says your mom is a Thick Pika.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this or not, and I'm probably sure that longtime friends and fans of Chris and Mark might know the mom jokes, but I was not privy to the mom joke scenarios with these guys for a long time until I started hanging out with them in a private, ongoing chat with the two of them and Matthew. And Chris and Mark are, I would say that Chris is probably more guilty of it than even Mark as far as throwing around mom jokes. And
that surprises me because I don't take these guys for like the mom jokes.
It doesn't.
By the way,
it doesn't fit.
Not
it doesn't
me.
fit
I'm
the
not
mold.
included in this. I'm not included in this.
I would never include you into this, Moto.
It cracks me up because now sometimes I find myself doing it where because I just didn't grow up with kids who did mom jokes, or I just wasn't versed in mom jokes very well.
You made fun of someone's mom. When I was growing up, that was it. There was
Yeah,
gonna
no,
be a fight.
that was
going to be a
just not the way to
drawn-out,
go.
brutal to the pavement mauling.
But the fact that Chris and Mark do it, and now I just find, because every so often, there's just a double entendre that just screams for a mom joke, and it gets dropped into the chat. So, was this a bionicle thing where everything was?
Yeah,
like,
everything had a gizmo.
Oh yeah, so in 2001 they didn't really have villains. They were the Rahi, and the Rahi were like the island's creatures, and they were made to be the villains from the main villain Makuta. So and all the guys they do something with. It's whether it's weird or rubber bands, it's like they whack each other, and there's always two of them. That's a really cool figure. Serum.
That is awesome.
Yeah, this is Godzilla.
Have you seen Mark? Have you seen that guy on Instagram who's been taking like the the raptors and stuff like that, and giving them mechanized legs and mechanized arms.
I have not, but that sounds very cool.
I will have to find that guy and shoot you that link because I figured you were already seen it, but I didn't even think about the fact that you might not. So
I haven't actually.
I will find that. They are awesome. It's one of those things. And Moto, you made a comment. I think it was last week or the week before or something. When you see somebody that's done something, you're like, "That's awesome," but I'm going to let them keep doing it because that's their thing, as opposed to seeing other people doing it.
Well, no, I was saying that especially with the space babies, there are certain builders that, and someone said this of Harlan Ellison, the science fiction writer. When they execute a concept so perfectly that there's no room for perfection, they didn't just cross the bridge; they burned it once they got to the other side. It's not worth attempting to follow that because it's so well executed, and you're so thorough that once the first space baby came out, I'm like, okay, that's done, that's covered, I'm good. I can live vicariously through all your builds because it's going to get done. It's going to be done to such a high level of completion that why bother? Why bother? The bridge has been, it's like you walked across the bridge, you built the bridge on the River Kwai, you marched across it, and then they just blew the whole thing to matchsticks. There's no reason to even try to do it.
And when you said that to me, it clicked, it made sense, and at the same time, it was a great compliment. So I felt very wholesome after that whole scenario. So.
Oh yeah, and some people also they find their thing, and they kind of that as they explore, they're going to cover that space thoroughly. So there's not like a side road. I mean, there's kind of like you can use their techniques or something and maybe go do your own thing. But
right,
like for a long time, if you wanted to do a flower, you just had to kind of stop and look up AC pin and then stop and move on.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. There's just, some builders like Jaffa. Jaffa does, organic serpents to a point where I'm like, I can do one that's mechanical adjacent, but to try to, attack that.
Yeah.
It's not worth my time. It's just like they got it covered. They're on their own dimension.
Yeah.
It's cool.
There's a guy, I think he goes by Little Bots, and he does all these. I mean, they're table scrap builds. They're probably not table scrap builds, but they feel like they could be. But they're done so well, and I just love when he posts them, and I live vicariously through him because he's doing them so well. It's like I wouldn't even want to try because he, like you just said, he's covering it, he's hitting it all the marks. It's just more fun to watch what he does than trying to build my own.
Yeah.
So,
have you guys ever seen?
Little Bot is inspired me to do like little guy.
The
like
flamingo
that.
thing. Yeah.
Or should we start sharing our little robots? I've got a few.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen them.
I think all my little bots are downstairs.
Yeah, this
Did I
was.
ever show you the space tricycle?
Mark, that has a very flamingo feel to it, and I just envision him with big red boots, which is awesome.
It's awesome.
That is crazy cool. The frog as the seat is just perfect. Yeah. It is. It's just perfect.
It's funny because this was a table scrap build, and I didn't even know frogs came in silver. It just was in the bag, and then I was like, banana seat.
Banana seat.
Banana seat. Because everybody when I was growing up needed the banana seat. So here's a little.
Aww.
Cute.
I love micro builds. I love micro builds.
WTE. And then
they're so much fun.
I think you guys have seen this one before. I hope you have.
Yes.
Oh,
him?
Yeah. He's awesome. Very
That's
articulated.
That was a gift to all the season 2 contestants on the spot. I made those the night right before production started.
Very cool.
Gave them away.
I don't have a little bot, but I got this guy. Bionicle.
Oh,
Bonko.
Uncle.
He has a custom torso that makes him more posable. So it's kind of like you're like, yo, what's up? Like you dissed my mom. You say my mom joke. Like we talking about my mama.
That's the come at me, bro, Onicle.
Let's come at me, bro. Come
I
at me,
got
bro.
mom joke right here, bro.
That's
Come
a
at me, bro.
Bronicle. That's a
Hey,
This is
Bronicle.
Bionicle. I will throw a disc at your face.
Dom,
So
my
I did not make
condolences
this. This was a Secret Santa gift from Richard of season 2.
What? That's awesome.
But I thought you guys would appreciate it. He knows
Totally.
my love of classic space. I mean, talk about someone who understood me and just nailed it.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And it was
Very,
like
very cool.
one of his only space belts he's ever done. I was like, he nailed it.
I,
You know,
I
you-
really,
you could-
I really
space
love that you
right
guys
on.
did the whole Secret Santa build thing. That was really neat and cool that you guys have been doing that.
Yeah, I think season 1 does it, or they did it. I think they did it. Hopefully,
We
they
didn't
still
do
do it. I know they did.
Yeah.
Season 3, you guys didn't do it.
I don't think so. Or we weren't. I might have not done this.
Well, Dom, I mean, you guys came in.
Exactly. So
You know.
like I understand.
It was only
My-
for the OG starters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
You'll always
Yeah.
be a gangster, Dom. You'll always be. A gangster.
I have a really cool Secret Santa spaceship from
Doggo.
from one of the guys that was around in the olden times back on Flickr.
That's a nice doggo.
But his name's Rob. He goes by Das Newton, and he made this really, really
Holy
cool.
moly!
That's slick.
I love his work.
Yeah,
Is that the windscreen from Dr. Inferno's mech?
yeah.
That's awesome. Wizard.
Who is
Yeah,
this?
this thing's great. It has all sorts of great, shaping and
Oh yeah.
parts use and angles and stuff going on, and it's really good.
We all have to talk like the Mandalorian when we say that word. Wizard.
Wizard.
I
Wizard.
realized I'm missing
Wizard.
a tile right there. I probably fell out.
Slid off.
I have-
was
I have
was
a
that
couple
the
things-
K9 unit from Space Police 3.
It was from some. I think it was from Agents.
Okay, that would make sense.
I
So I
think
have
but it's not yet, but I recolored it so it's like a Spyrius doggo.
Even better.
I love Spyrius.
Even
That's
better.
cool.
Yep. So it's a little Spyrius doggo.
So, are you guys?
That's all I have.
I have 3 more things to show you, and I'm going to ask you if they can be incorporated in your Fleebnork attack on your space base at Chicago.
Oh, but we're not doing the moon base in Chicago this year.
Oh, you're not.
No.
Oops.
Sadly, no collaborative
Okay.
moon base. But you can bring it with us and we'll put it in Atlanta next year.
Okay. So here's build number 1.
Ooh. Go full screen, Mark.
That's a gun.
That's a big gun. Whoa. That is a very
So-
big gun.
I'm going to give you guys 3. If you want them,
Yeah.
these are heavy-duty anti-Fleebnork turret units. There's one. Here's the shoot down the flying Fleebnorks.
Dang. That's some serious greebly going on. That's cool.
Yeah, it's like a World War II style.
Yeah.
You can see it's got the sight.
I just
That
I
actually
can
works.
envision
The
a
sight-
little
The sight
little
actually
dude
lines
cranking
up.
the wheel to spin it,
Yeah, you got to crank the wheel. You've got the binocs. It's got the cartridge on the side.
Yeah.
So there's your blow away any Fleebnorks that are attempting to fly. I don't know if the Fleebnorks can fly. Here's your chain gun.
Yes. Actually, Mark recently came up with flying Fleebnorks.
Flying Fleebnorks. Okay.
Yep, because the original Fleebnorks I don't think flew, but there is either the queen flies or something along those lines.
So these 3 I could package up, and if you ever want to do a Fleebnork attack again, you could turret them.
Awesome.
I
Yeah.
could knock out more of them. It just I don't know. It depends on like how many defensive units you need.
We can figure it out. We'll put in an order.
That's too bad. I'm gonna put a pause on my UCS Fleebnork. I've been building. I got the legs done. The body's kind of. mushy.
I'm sorry. UCS Fleetnork?
I think that's what he said.
What?
Yeah, don't you guys remember that? Ant Bandit had made a larger Fleebnork, right?
Yeah,
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And then in the chat, I said, someone said, well, Moto, or I said, I'm going to do a UCS version, but I haven't forgot. I just haven't finished it. But here are some of the. Here's my canister of Fleabnork.
Fleabnork parts.
Well, I had the wings, but I don't know where they went.
Ooh.
There were some trans neon green wings that came from Hidden Side that you could fit right on top of the Fleabnork, and I think Small Paul ran off with them. They're somewhere in here.
But I was starting to get the legs.
Nice.
But I will not put a rush on that. I'm going to slow it down then and get it right. But yeah,
Mark,
I've got
I
just
think
chunks of different pieces of food.
Mark, you may have missed it because you've been going around, but Fazoom is on a mom joke regurgitation. I don't know.
It's just background noise to me at this point.
Well, I hate to be that guy, but I got to roll. It's a little after 9.
It is.
Okay.
So I probably should. We should probably land the plane, so to speak.
So to speak.
I'll do a mom joke. Your mom is so kind. She raised a beautiful child.
That's nice.
That's nice. That's a good parting comment. That's a good parting comment.
But yeah, thanks to everyone who used to be in the chat before Chris started doing mom jokes, and
He started insulting everyone. Like,
Really
no
quickly,
matter who
Mark.
they were, you're like, your mom, your mom, your mom.
It's like Oprah.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Is that VW?
yeah, that's one of Rob's.
Yeah. Is he still on Instagram?
Is that his
Or
take
is he on Flickr?
Is that a
I'm
Vic
not
Viper?
sure what he's up to these days.
Because I
Looks like a-
tried to find his Flickr account and I can't find it. And I printed this years ago because I actually built that based
Looks
on,
like a
on
Vic
the
Viper,
printing.
except it's got more
Yeah.
than one engine.
But if I'm trying to find him again on Flickr and I can't find him anymore. What's his actual name?
Rob.
Okay.
I can't remember his last name off the top of my head,
Rob
unfortunately.
something other.
Before we get going, I'd like to show off this play feature of this Technic Battle Droid set. Probably one of the coolest. If you know, you know. Check this out.
There
Now
you
gotta
go.
Yeah.
These figures were so cool. At least this one.
That is
Can
pretty
you
slick.
can you
Runner,
raise the
runner.
arm so it's kind of more by his head?
Huh?
I guess I'm in charge now.
Sadly, this one did not. I could not find the additional pieces to switch it out to a commander. But this is also in the Bionicle collection. This is probably a grandma being like, "That looks like a Bionicle."
I got the destroyer droid in a bulk buy once with the box. That promptly went down to Atlanta Brick Company for credit one day.
Smart. Yeah, I have the
Why are you
Super
so
Battle Droid
mean?
one because the blue just looks really pretty, and that's the only one I really cared about. But this one might just have to stay in the collection because it's goofy as hell.
Your mom flips it out for the commander. That is our parting words, folks.
On that note, everybody,
Oh,
a pleasant week, and be awesome and build awesome and be kind to your neighbor, as Chris usually says when he's not doing mom jokes. And everybody have a good week. We'll see you on Thursday.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
night, everybody. Good night.
Cool.